Hi, welcome to this walkthrough video. Today I'm going to take you through this mini album card, and it is a super fun it could be a mini album if you will. It's a cut file that's available on Paige Evans' Silhouette page. I will link this down below so that you can also pick it up and play with this idea. I am using the Heidi Swapp Hawthorne collection as the paper as well as embellishments to create this book. It's a very special book to me. I only have a couple photos in here. You'll see why. But this was a family outing we had recently before my son left to move to New York. And so it just holds some very special photos and memories and feels for me. So I want to walk you through this. You'll see here on the cover, this is a fairly slim, it's maybe 3 by about 9 inches in diameter. I love just the unique look of this little album card. I love Paige's insight into making such a file that's super easy to cut and super easy to fill with all the things that we love. And so the front, I used a blue pattern paper. I kept this sort of outdoorsy, and I use a lot of the blues and the wood tones from this collection because of the feel of the photos, because we were at the Great Sand Dunes National Park. So we had a lot of more rugged type photos that were included in this album. So I cut out a piece of pattern paper in a circle. I layered it with this jumbo alpha that I then minked with champagne foil. And I used the alpha stickers that are in this great wood grain, and I sanded the edges and added those to the front of this. I made a small tag. There's a tag file that's included with this cut file, and so this little tag here comes from that. I added a notched pattern paper as a little holder for the tag, and then I just punched an arrow and stapled it through just to give it sort of that whole vibe that I was looking for. I wrapped the whole thing up in this twine. It's just a great neutral twine, and I wrapped it several times around. You can close this however you want. You don't have to have a closure. It's just what I chose to do. Okay, let's take a look inside. So when you open it, it doesn't open like a traditional album because it's a card. So it doesn't necessarily open flat, but it's at the same time, it kind of sort of does. But what's so great about this is this opens, and we're using a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper here to create this book. And all the cut files are included in the cut file that Paige has created. Everything from this pocket to these tags to these embellishments here on the edges, and then I just added all the rest. So let me walk you through each little section of this. I added a mat back here on the paper, and then this square photo, a family photo someone happened to take while we were way high up in the dunes. And I used pattern paper here for this little notched flap. Like I said, this little cut part is included in the cut file. And then this is an ephemera arrow that you can, I just want to point out too, on some of these ephemera pieces from Hawthorne collection, you can foil them. This one you can foil. I left it plain. I wanted just that, that dark against the craft look. This circle here is part of the cut file, and instead of adding a photo to it, I added a circle clear embellishment piece to it. I liked how that worked out. Now these two parts here on the cut file are smaller, and so they gave way for a smaller photo. And actually this one I just cut right in half. I just like the look of it, and so that fit perfectly there. I augmented, now I can't remember, but either this one or this one, I think it's this one actually. This was a different shape, and I think I made it a circle. And here's another circle cut here, and I did add a photo of my husband and I here, and I adhered this you and me craft notched tag right there. I just glued just right here on this edge so that it would flap up a little bit. Included is a pocket in this cut file, and I added several more photos inside the pocket. I just love having these hiding places to add additional whatever. Again, we could have put tickets in here. I could have added journaling tags in here. I could add even more embellishment on top. I just like that blue stripe, so I kept it fairly same. Now this is fun. There's a pocket that's part of the cut file, and so I backed the pocket up with pattern paper. Let me get that up there so you can see it better. And then this is an ephemera piece that I notched the top out of it, and I just like the way the notch part sticks out. These tags are part of the cut file. So I cut this one on a fairly plain paper so that I could stamp with these Hawthorne stamps, and added it to this mini album card. All right, and then this next column is just great place for photos. So I just have photos all the way down. My kids, some of the scenery, walking across the sand dune. Okay, if you ever come to Colorado, you have to go to the Great Sand Dunes. It'll blow your mind. It's an amazing, amazing place. This is another fun interactive element to this, and it's a little mini accordion piece of the album, which I added more square photos as well as a journaling spot, and added some of my story there. And I like it to stay flat, so I just used a clip to clip it all in place, and it just sticks out the top, and it looks like a fun, interactive, and layered piece to the album. I added more ephemera to the front part of that. And then this unplug, which is perfect for this weekend. We totally unplugged this weekend. I stapled it and layered it over this tag. And then this is another aspect of the cut file. This is a cutout heart, and I backed it with pattern paper. I added this tag with some twine, and then just a little bit of stamping. And that's a look at the inside of this card album. And thank you so much, Paige, for creating such amazing, fun cut files that we are able to then put our stories inside of and have for a very long time. And thank you for watching. I will link these collections and this cut file down below. I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up. And if there's anything you'd like to see on this channel, please feel free to comment. I'd love to respond to what it is you creators out there are looking to see on this page. So thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.